What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's video, we're doing something pretty cool, at least I think it is. So basically, I typically spend some free time kind of perusing the Mustang forums, and recently came across a post where someone had gone ahead and taken, so cars that are equipped with the B&O audio system, they've removed the factory subwoofer because it's not great and replaced it with something new, and it's super inexpensive, super cheap. Sounds like it's easy to do, so that's what we're going to be doing today. If you could, drop a like on this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. Shameless plug, it definitely helps me out, keeps me motivated to make content for you guys doing these like DIY stuff. But let's jump into what we're going to be doing today here in a second. All right, so here is what we've got. We got this 10-inch Pioneer subwoofer to replace the factory B&O one because it's a hunk of junk. And obviously it came with some, I don't even know what you would call this, but to essentially line the outside of the box before we put the speaker on. We also have some factory connectors here. So these are like 10 bucks on Amazon and they should fit perfectly. And then we just have some polyfill to go ahead and fill the inside of that sub box to hopefully make it sound a little better. So now what we need to do is we need to go into the car. We need to go ahead and pull the factory sub box and start taking some things apart. All right, got the subwoofer enclosure all taken out. It's pretty easy, just 3 bolts and then a little clip that goes into the back of it. One of the bolts is right there, and then 2 at each corner on the bottom. So that is all out and out of the way. We've kind of got it prepped up over here, and we're moving on to removing this ring. Now, when I was watching or going through a lot of the forums, people were having problems with breaking off these little clips right here. So you have to be super careful. I did break one of them. So I know people said that you could probably use a heat gun to aid in making it a little bit easier. But basically, if you look at the way that these little clips are, you can kind of wedge a flathead screwdriver and then just push that in, and then you can be able to pull this outer trim ring out. But yeah, let's move on to the next step and get this subwoofer out. All right, so taking a look at this factory subwoofer. Yeah, you can see why it doesn't sound the best, but it is quite the upgrade to that Pioneer. But taking a look in the box, on the back of the subwoofer, you just have a couple connection points here, and those should butt up perfectly with these connectors that we have. But now I'm just going to go around. I know that we have to do some trimming on the new subwoofer to get it to line up and be able to use these factory mounting holes. I got to do things like Dremel this little nub off of there. That was basically the seating, or the thing that sits, I don't know, seats in the factory subwoofer. So let's get to it. So, all right, so now that I've used the Dremel to grind on that piece of plastic that was kind of holding things up, you can kind of see how these holes don't exactly line up perfectly. So we're gonna do some modifications to go ahead and get those squared away as well. All right, so let me show you what I've done. I've gone ahead and used these metal shears here, and essentially I've just cut out like the backside of the holes. I've only done this one, but once that is done, it'll fit perfectly into the sub box holes as well. So I'm gonna go ahead and get the rest of them done, and then we'll get it mounted. We got all of those cut down now, and it's kind of mocked up in here, but as you can see, we now have space to be able to put the factory hardware back in there. So that's done. Now I'm gonna go ahead and lay that weather stripping around, pull the sub off, put that weather stripping down, and then get all the wires sorted, and then really we should be good to go. All right, so now that we've got everything connected, I got the connectors connected. If you're not using these, the black and the purple wire are negative, and the green and the yellow are positive. There we have it, got everything bolted back on. It's in there nice and sturdy. I did go ahead and use one of the bolts here on this side to just secure the sub in place, and then I put the rest of them with this mesh over it. I know a couple other people use like a different guard to go over it, but I wanted to try to keep it to look OEM as possible. So now we just need to go ahead and install this ring back on the outside, and we'll get it thrown in the car, get it all installed. All right, there you can see it's all installed, and it looks just like it was OEM with the OEM subwoofer in there. And yeah, super happy with it. This is only on Amazon. That subwoofer was only $79. I think the connectors were another $10, and maybe another $10 for the polyfill. But yeah, let's jump in the car and see how it sounds. All right, so just jumped in the car and gave it a listen, and it is very good. So for only 79 bucks, it sounds way punchier, way tighter as far as like the bass. It's not all over the place, no rattling or anything like that. I definitely think that if you choose to do this, definitely grab that bag of polyfill. I'll leave links to all that stuff down below in the description, so you can check it out if you want to. But I think that that is definitely a game changer as well when doing this mod in particular. But yeah, like I said, less than 100 bucks. Took maybe an hour to do, and I had customers coming in and stuff here at the shop. But yeah, maybe an hour to do in the garage, and yeah, it sounds really, really good. Obviously, I can't show you guys the sound quality, and it doesn't really relate on video. You kind of just have to take my word for it, but it is much, much better for like no money at all, right? I know that I've changed around a bunch of speakers on my BMWs when I had those, and that gets pretty pricey, but I'm pretty happy with this solution. For less than 100 bucks, we got it all taken care of and dialed in. It sounds really, really good. That being said, thank you guys so much for tuning into today's video, and we'll catch you on the next one.